Hello everyone, welcome to IELTS Energy TV. I am your IELTS teacher, Jessica Beck, and today you are going to watch a real student answering IELTS Speaking Part 1 questions and hear my scores and feedback. All right, guys, so today you are going to see me, ex-examiner of 14 years, examine Nadia, a real IELTS student, guys. Today we're going to do Speaking Part 1, and in the next videos in this series, you will also see Speaking Part 2 and Part 3. So today, guys, I am going to ask Nadia very common IELTS Part 1 questions about work, exercise, and books. So before you see her answers, guys, I want you to remember to go to allearsenglish.com/myscore. Get your free estimated IELTS band score, guys. Take a short quiz. Learn what you would get on IELTS if you took it right now. Get that estimated score and free resources just for your level. allearsenglish.com/myscore. Now, without further ado, let's see Nadia's answers and then I'll give you her scores. Everybody, welcome to this special video. This is part 1 with a real IELTS candidate, guys, a student preparing for the exam just like you. Before we get started, Nadia, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm Nadia. I'm living in Algeria. And actually, I'm working at a big company called Mobilis. It's specialized in telecommunication. And I'm preparing for the IELTS because I want to emigrate to Canada.
Okay, well, right away I can tell you, awesome intonation and pronunciation. So I know that's going to be good. Okay, guys, so let's get going here. I'm going to say everything that the examiner says on test day because, as you know, I was an examiner for 14 years and I have the words memorized by now. Okay, so Nadia, in this first part, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about what you do. Do you work or are you a student?
Well, actually, I'm working at a big company, like I said. It's called Mobilis. It's specialized in telecommunication. And it's happened that I'm working there for more than 15 years now. So I would say that I'm probably very skilled at my position.
And what do you like most about your job?
Well, I like the fact that I'm contributing to installing a lot of relays, which allows people to communicate and have the internet, which is actually the big deal now because everybody wants to communicate and to chat and have this awesome opportunity to go through the internet and do their research.
Is there anything you would like to change about your job?
Well, yes, probably I would love to have more collaborator with me because I'm working now just by myself. I don't have any co-workers or subordinate to help me, which is sometimes really tough for me. Like it's exhausting.
Thank you. Let's go on to talk about exercise. How often do you exercise?
Well, generally, I exercise about twice a week. I do swimming. Unfortunately, with this lockdown, I'm not allowed to go to the pool, but I can do some yoga and some dancing at my place.
Is this the same kind of exercise you did when you were a child?
Oh no, gosh, no. I was just playing outside, doing some jogging perhaps, and it's definitely changed through the time. I'm more focused on building my muscles right now, and I really enjoy having this good body and this like flat belly, you know?
Is there any type of exercise or sport that you've never done but you want to try in the future?
Uh, Actually, Well, I would do some flying, some risking, like taking risk and go flying through an airplane, perhaps. I do love. I'm kind of adventurous, and sometimes I like my friend says that I'm a little bit like how can I say that? Like I'm take risker. Let's just go for that. Yeah.
What type of exercise is the most common for people to do in your city?
Well, for men and boys, it's actually football, and women tend to do a lot of aerobics and some classes of dance.
Thank you. Let's move on to talk about books. Do you read a lot of books in your free time?
Well, whenever I have the chance, I try to read a book or even a newspaper. But unfortunately now with all this hectic life, like this style of my life, I do not find a lot of time in order to read. But um, I'm still trying to keep up with reading from time to time.
Do you enjoy reading books in English?
Oh yes, gosh, yes. I actually developed this, thankfully, because I'm learning English. So I started to appreciate a lot reading books. And actually, I'm reading now a book called Beyond Wealth. Very, like I would say, it's a pager, Turner, page Turner. Yeah.
Did you have a favorite book when you were a child?
Oh, I don't remember really about my childhood. Like, I was not reading a lot, um, but I would say that I read a lot of comic books, just from magazines. Some those type of magazines where you find a lot of pictures and just some posts when you can read small conversations.
Thank you. All right, everybody, welcome back. So if I were to give Nadia scores on these answers, what would those scores be and why? Now, remember, guys, your speaking scores are based on all three parts, right? So keep that in mind. But if I were just grading her on part one, she would get a 7. All right, she would get a 7. Now, why? She would get a 7 for fluency and coherence because she gives great details about work, about books. She mentions a specific book she's reading, Beyond Wealth. And she has really natural filler phrases like, oh no, gosh no. And she doesn't hesitate a lot. There are some uhs and ums, but even native speakers have some uhs and ums. Guys, she sounds confident in her English, which makes her fluency score go up. All right. She also has some great filler phrases like from time to time, generally. So guys, that's why she would get a 7 for fluency and coherence. Vocab, also a 7. Tons of great vocabulary used very well. So for example, contributing, collaborators, subordinate, flat belly, hectic, page turner. The reason why it's a 7 and not an 8 is because she does use some words incorrectly. So instead of skydiving, she says flying, which is paraphrasing. It's great, but it's not the correct word. She also says take risker instead of risk taker. So guys, that's why she would get a 7 for vocabulary. Also a 7 for grammar. Some mistakes, sure, you may have heard some mistakes, but there are also a lot of perfect sentences and a mix of sentence structures. So 7 for grammar, also 7 for pronunciation. Again, she sounds confident when she's speaking English, guys. And there's one word she says wrong, contributing. She doesn't pronounce that correctly, so that's a slight mistake. But she has great intonation and stress. So why not an 8? Because she doesn't show a variety of expressiveness, right? She sounds similarly positive in every answer. So that's why she's a 7 and not an 8. But again, all 7s for Nadia. So guys, would you get a 7 if you took IELTS right now? You can find out. Take our short quiz, get your free estimated band score and resources. Go right now, guys, to allearsenglish.com/myscore. And I'll see you next time with Nadia's Part 2 answer with scores and feedback. Bye, guys.
Bonus tip, get a 7 or higher with the All Ears English app, featuring real-time transcripts and vocabulary practice that will push your score higher. Plus, fun video lessons with Lindsay, Michelle, and Jessica. Download the app today at allearsenglish.com/app.